There's a megaton of side content built into Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and completing it would take more than twice as long as the 40 hours it takes to finish just the main storyline. That's upwards of 100 hours of optional content. But is all that extra stuff just padding, or is it worth maybe taking that road less traveled? Let's keep exploring this concept as we continue our adventure into the Corel region. Back when we passed through the Junon region, I reviewed that area's side content and gave my thoughts on the repeatable elements found in each region of this game. Remnawave towers, combat assignments, life springs, divine intel shrines, Moogle House minigames, Chocobo stops, miscellaneous points of interest, and Chadley's VR simulator. Some repeatable aspects did have a new twist to keep them fresh in this new region, like the piano minigame, for which we were given both Tifa's theme and Barret's theme to bang out on the ivories. Or Queen's Blood, where there were new cards to obtain, puzzle-style versions which needed to be completed in a certain order via a specific set of cards, and new cutscenes to advance the mysterious history serving as the backdrop for this otherwise charming and fun collectible card game. You can check out my video for the Junon region and hear my thoughts on those aspects by selecting the button on screen. In this video, I'll be focused more on the new elements which make the Corel region unique. Let's begin just with the beauty of Costa del Sol. From walking the populated strip to wandering the beach and its surrounding area, this town's resort vibe is such a stark contrast to the lush grasslands and the rocky terrain of Junon. And while it did take time to adjust to controlling them, jetting around Costa del Sol on a wheelie added a dynamic that helped keep the area feeling fun and modern. I absolutely love that the devs recognized players' desires to mix up the character's look by providing different outfits that they could wear. I think this was a brilliant move to leverage the nature of this specific location, as well as the appropriate place in the main story, as a way to provide that outlet for fans. Each of the costume options perfectly fit the look and personality of the characters, and they all look amazing. It was also a nice touch to allow us to access the Shinra Trooper and Moogle outfit as we spent some time in this area. I do wish that Barret had an additional option, but overall I can't complain with what Square delivered here. As a final observation, I did speculate back when I saw the changing booth in Junon's Chocobo farm that we might get an access to alternate costumes once we complete the main game and unlock chapter selection, and we'll see if that prediction pans out or not. New elements introduced in the Corel region included a lesson in lying, as we were challenged to identify a truth teller amongst a group of people feeding us fibs. A new fighting pit to challenge our combat prowess. The box-breaking antics from Final Fantasy VII Remake returned as a minigame called Desert Rush, only this time there were new charge boxes which had to be activated and then destroyed as you attempt to maneuver your way around the complex and destroy as many boxes as possible within the time provided. This particular game was a must complete for me, as the top prize was a weapon for Tifa, which gave her the Star Shower ability, my favorite move from Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I was thrilled to see it make a comeback here. Breaking down the Corel region wouldn't be complete without discussing the Gold Saucer. I think the devs did such an amazing job of taking the small amount from the OG Final Fantasy VII, which was already enough to spark our imaginations as players, and really bring it to life as a fully fledged theme park. In fact, I had multiple times where I was so surprised at how well Square Enix delivered on that vision that I kind of stopped playing for a second to talk to myself.
What in the...
What in the haunted mansion is this? Oh my god! Oh my gosh, guys. Holy free holy. I guess the guests check in, but they don't check out. There was no shortage of things to do in the Gold Saucer, such as a modern 3D take on a classic arcade game like Space Invaders or Galaga, or even maybe like Star Fox from the Super Nintendo. Chocobo racing, complete with bonuses depending on the gear you've been collecting for your feathered friends. Additional Queen's Blood, with even more cards to collect because I've just gotta have them all. A return of the G-Bike minigame from Final Fantasy VII Remake and the standalone G-Bike mobile game. Director Dio's Punch-Out, aka 3D Brawler. And the Musclehead Coliseum's Battle Arena. The side quests found in the Corel region were extremely well done in my opinion. By spending more time with our characters, we got to explore their personalities, which helped us to bond more with them. For example, by aiding 3 entrepreneurs, Cloud and Aerith enjoyed an exciting day in the sun as we as gamers got to play some fun minigames. Once the fashionistas had been helped, we met back up with the Gym Bros from Wall Market in Final Fantasy VII Remake. This coincidental encounter provided the perfect opportunity to continue boosting Tifa's confidence.
Someone's excited.
Well, yeah. Wanted an excuse to work up a sweat, and now I've got one.
Wonder what little Tifa would say.
I think she'd be pretty proud.
While also giving the devs a chance to flex their own creative muscles and add even more depth to the OST of this game. Wait a second. There's a battle version of the freaking gym workout music. Square, you have outdone yourselves. Everyone at Square Enix. The music in this game is just top-notch, hands down, best ever. Maximum effort. Congratulations, guys. In between battling monsters, it was neat to observe the rapport between her and Cloud as it continued to develop.
Hey, Cloud, would you say you're a picky eater?
Soldiers can't be choosers. We ate what we were fed.
Well, I used to be super picky, actually.
Really?
Used to be. Not anymore, though. Can't be choosers in the slums, either.
What about crab?
Not a fan.
Yeah, me neither.
What kind of meals do they feed soldiers?
They put a lot of thought into making them healthy. Not much into making them tasty. Ugh.
That face says it all.
You know, it's funny.
What?
Didn't realize it at the time, but we ate pretty good when we were kids.
Yeah. Homegrown fruits and vegetables, and great chefs eager to use them.
And it was sweet to learn that Tifa had inspired others to seek a healthier and more fit lifestyle.
You're Tifa, right? After I heard how you crushed it, I knew I had to join the gym. You're the reason I'm here.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not your only fan. Look, all of us signed up because we wanted to be just like you.
It's just as she says. Thanks to you, our female membership has absolutely skyrocketed. Needless to say, we're very grateful.
This is gonna
Of
be
course,
fun.
no side mission involving the Gym Bros would be complete without a workout-themed minigame, so we took on an ab-burning sit-up challenge from a newbie bodybuilder.
Beautiful.
Then, Cloud and Yuffie worked together to help out Johnny as he and his clones renovated the Seaside Inn. Honestly, this was an awesome mission for multiple reasons. First, it spanned both sides of the Corel region, from around Costa Del Sol, and then later in the story after we got past the Gold Saucer. Second, this side quest gave us one of the funnier exchanges we've had between the characters up to this point. Just the exchange of the dialogue between these characters as they ride around in the buggy was absolutely hilarious, and quite unexpected.
This king guy's probably got a horde of tonberries at his command, which means we'll be outnumbered. Unless, what if we cloned a bunch of barrets? Blast those baddies into oblivion!
And catch us in the crossfire.
Okay, what about Tifa? Thinking naughty thoughts?
Oh, shut up.
Busted!
I thought ninjas were supposed to be silent.
Oh, forgive me for interrupting your fantasies. I'll let you get back to being a perv.
Wow. Wow. That was great. Clone an army of Tifas? I don't imagine Cloud's gonna say no to that. I don't imagine anybody's gonna say no to that. Fans who didn't play this side quest might have missed out on this entirely. Helping Johnny turned out to be more difficult than we had initially anticipated, as we had to fight a King Tonberry and steal his crown. It was such a neat dynamic and an interesting way to incorporate battle and combat into this side quest. It was very enjoyable and I liked it a lot. And lastly, this side quest was awesome because it revealed that players who gathered a number of collectibles through the game could help Johnny's hotel to earn 7 stars. It was very cool to find out that the game had been keeping track of this stuff for us, and we might have already completed some of it, and to also learn that there would be a whole lot more to do if we wanted to complete this quest. There's more? There's more we can do in this game? They just keep adding and adding and adding and adding and adding. Oh my gosh. Wow. There's layer upon layer upon layer, and it all just works together. Insane. Insane. It certainly adds a lot of replay value to the game, which was already overflowing with it. And then we also completed a side mission to help some kids find and save our new birdie pal, Cloud Jr. It was a nice treat to learn more about Barret and his relationships to the Avalanche crew.
I expect you'll find this hard to believe, but I've actually changed quite a bit since my younger days. Thanks to Tifa, mostly. She really set me straight, especially as a parent. Wouldn't be half the father I am today without her.
That's so. What'd she do?
Oh, got fed up with my bullshit and tore me a new one. Started yelling about how a kid like Marlene needed a proper roof over her head, somewhere safe and clean. Said sleeping outside was risky.
She was right.
Sure was. And not just her. The whole team helped me get my act together. I used to be a runaway train, charging full speed ahead and dragging folks along for the ride. Never thought about hitting the brakes or anything else. Had my fair share of crashes and went off the rails a few times. Caused a lot of trouble for those guys.
Well, I'd say you managed to get yourself back on track.
I couldn't have done it without them. They came into my life for a reason. Like you did, Cloud. Junior, too. I know it in my heart.
And I'm glad we were able to make sure that this little guy made it home safely. And lastly, the protorelics. These items that we've been gathering as we're racing Gilgamesh to get them all.
Drawn was I to the warrior's presence, and lo, whither should it lead me but these sweltering sands?
What is this thing?
No way.
What misfortune for you to venture so far for treasure already claimed. You would do well to leave, that I may collect what is by rights mine.
You think the proto-relic is yours?
Proto what now? Relic, you say? Ha! A ridiculous name, unworthy of my treasure. What you knaves covet is none other than a prize in my resplendent arsenal. The Uh-oh. Oh. This form! I can hold no longer! Oh no, down I go!
So what was that?
And meeting Kid G, this sort of goblin character who was orchestrating these side missions for the protorelic, was a neat way to fold some new lore in.
Name's G, Kid G, descended from a long line of goblins. I look after these cactuars. It's a duty passed down to me from my forebears.
Wait, you can talk?
Speech ain't that hard, lady. Where there's a will, there's a way. Given your present company, I'm shocked you haven't shaken that preconception.
It was interesting to see us have to take on character-specific missions like Yuffie or Aerith and finish them in under the time limit. Having played through the Corel region, my feelings about the side content in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth have only strengthened. Are the graphics in this game amazing? Yes. How's the soundtrack? Likely one of the best video game OSTs of all time.
What is this song?
And how about the combat? Fun, intuitive, and dynamic.
You had your chance.
But it's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth's cast of characters which remain the heart and soul of this game. They're fully realized people, and their interactions are 100% believable.
Yeah, sure. We'll do it.
You don't have to please everyone you meet.
I know, but I still feel like I owe it to Johnny. So I figure maybe if I do this for Jenny, I'll have given him back something. Or maybe I just want peace of mind. I guess.
Causing us as gamers to become attached to them. And all the extra stuff to do in the game only reinforces all of those points for us.
I told you.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
Oh man, that was hilarious! Hey, you think there are any more of these amazing rocks out there? What are you waiting for? Go on.
He doesn't wanna.
Ladies first.
Oh no, you're way better at the whole putting yourself in harm's way thing.
Fine.
Uh-oh, what's happening to her?
Word of advice? Don't fight it.
Yes, heed the voice of experience.
The best stories draw us in and create a deeper connection with the audience that we feel the story as it unfolds.
These memories were precious.
Yes. Extremely.
Weren't you headed to the beach? Some time with Tifa might lift your spirits.
Yeah.
There's plenty to see and do away from the beaten path of Rebirth's main storyline.
Come on, seashell.
Nice, a conch. Decent size one too. You know, you can hear the ocean if you put this seashell right up against your ear.
That's a myth.
Oh, just try it, you spoil sport.
I'm good.
Here.
Keep it down, Birdie.
Nice.
Players who skip that stuff don't fully understand that critical bond necessary for the story to stick with us long after we've experienced it.
If that's what you want, then I'll back you up.
Oh my gosh! Thanks, Coach!
Muscle Mentor. Has a nice ring to it.
As such, I feel Rebirth's road of side content to be completely worthwhile and truly makes a profound difference. I implore you to take the journey for yourself and find out.